one of your philosophies, I remember, and you've said it to me previously, and I believe it's been mentioned on other episodes too, is that you have a belief as well where, and if I explain this wrong, then correct me, but you would rather get the best person or the best people in and kind of figure out where they fall into place, as opposed to trying to find a person specifically for a position. Is that, am I explaining that
Yeah, it was kind of based on it was a philosophy I had, and then when I read it, it was kind of based on the Good to Great book, Jim Collins, the author. What was interesting about that was, the concept was get the best people on the bus, then figure out what to do with them. Get the great talent, gather talent, and then build it. There's two competing theories actually that are there. There's like that. There's a book called The E-Myth, which I've talked about, which Michael Gerber, and then Good to Great. They're almost like two opposite things, right? The E-Myth talked about creating systems and then getting people to run those systems. And then Good to Great talked about finding the great people and let them and figure out what to do with them and put them in. I think if you combine those two concepts, you can get a complementary process. Number one, get the great people to help you create the process, right? And then bring in people that can run the ship and do it. There are people that are really well skilled in following a process. There are others that are really, really good in creating a process, right? We all have these strengths and weaknesses. So my theory is really kind of based around both of those books, and they're not things that I learned necessarily fully from the books. I kind of learned it as I went along, but when I started seeing it in print and go, wow, that is my theory.
right?
The Stoic wisdom thing, that's all the things about, I didn't even know what Stoic wisdom was when I fell in love with The Road Less Traveled, the book about life is difficult, once you accept it, life doesn't become as difficult.